Meet this amazing otter named Lila, who grew up with 3 loyal dogs. But what happened next was truly astonishing. Read to the end to learn the full story. Mrs. Helen Carter had always been passionate about animals. Her home, cozily nestled in a small suburban town, was filled with warmth and light, despite the hardships she had endured. After the death of her husband and many years of solitude, Helen sincerely hoped that love and care for her pets would help her rediscover the joy of living. Already living in her house were 3 pugs, Sam, Jack, and Teddy, who were her faithful companions and filled the home with joyful barks and endless play. Yet despite their friendliness, Helen felt that something was missing in her life, that living spark that could ignite her heart and offer hope for a brighter future. One early autumn evening, when the sky was cloaked in grey clouds and a cool breeze rustled through fallen leaves, Helen set out for a walk along an old pond, a place that had always been her sanctuary for reflection and memories of the past. It was there, on the damp shore, that she discovered something incredible. A tiny, shivering creature nestled among the fallen leaves. It was a baby otter, seemingly abandoned and forgotten. Its large, glistening eyes were full of suffering, and its frail body trembled from cold and loneliness. Helen felt her heart ache with compassion for this defenseless little one, and she instantly realized this small otter needed love, just as she did. With immense tenderness, Helen lifted the otter into her arms, wrapping it gently in a warm scarf that held memories of her beloved husband. She decided she couldn't leave this little one to its fate. She took it home, offered it a bottle of warmed milk, and soon the tiny Lila, exhausted from cold and hunger, fell into a peaceful sleep, as if feeling care and safety for the first time. In that moment, Helen felt a spark of hope awaken in her soul after many years. Back home, Helen introduced Lila to her 3 beloved pugs, Sam, Jack, and Teddy. She hoped that the company of friendly dogs would help the little one adapt more quickly to her new life. And, as it turned out, fate smiled upon her. The dogs showed remarkable patience and affection toward the baby otter from the very start. Sam, the most affectionate of them, rushed over first and began gently licking Lila, as if welcoming her into the family. Jack and Teddy, not wanting to be left out, joined the cheerful group, and the house resonated with a true chorus of friendship and joy. From that day forward, life in the Carter household changed forever. Lila, thanks to the care and love of the dogs, began to reveal her natural talents and remarkable character. She quickly settled into her new environment and soon became an integral part of the tight-knit crew. Each day, she woke up alongside the pugs, and it seemed as though they had known each other for ages. Together, they played in the yard, shared food bowls, and even slept, cuddled up on a large, soft rug in the living room. These touching moments filled Helen's heart with joy. For the first time in many years, she felt her home coming back to life. Lila adored strolling with her friends along the riverbank, where the water sparkled under the sun's rays and the air was fresh and cool. She joyfully dove into the water, splashing alongside the pugs, and seemed to forget all her troubles. Each walk was like a little celebration where everyone lived in harmony and happiness. Helen often watched as Lila ran across the stones, eagerly escaping her fluffy friends, diving underwater as if trying to catch a dream, slipping away in the whirlpools of fun. In winter, true miracles took place. When everything was blanketed in snow and the cold stilled even the liveliest creatures, Lila transformed into a little acrobat. She ran, slid on her belly across the snowy paths, and her amusing movements brought smiles and admiring glances from passers-by. Helen couldn't believe how such a tiny being could gift so much joy and warmth on cold winter days. Her house filled with laughter, and even on the darkest days, it seemed that life was regaining its vibrant colors. With each passing day, the bond between Lila and the pugs grew stronger. They spent hours together, playing, cuddling, and even eating from the same bowl. Sometimes, as Helen observed this extraordinary harmony, she wondered, did her house not hold 3 dogs, but 4 souls, each unique yet all united by a great love? This thought warmed her heart, reminding her that even in the most unexpected encounters lies an incredible power capable of healing the soul's wounds. The story of Lila became a true legend in the area. People who heard about the unusual friendship between the otter and the dogs visited Helen to witness this wonder with their own eyes. Some doubted it was possible, but seeing how the little Lila tenderly played with Sam, Jack and Teddy, they understood that true love knows no boundaries. This charming otter became a symbol that life can be full of unexpected miracles, even when everything seems hopeless at first glance. Helen recounted how, during a walk along the riverbank, Lila and her friends put on a real show. The pugs ran around happily, barking, while Lila, as if conducting this small orchestra, leaped skillfully into the water, dove, and even tried to catch a shimmering fish glinting in the sunlight. These moments were so touching that tears of joy streamed down the cheeks of those privileged to witness this friendship. For Helen, they were instances when she realized miracles do happen, and each new day brings the chance to believe in a better tomorrow. Friends and acquaintances of Helen often remarked that her home was now imbued with a special magic, all thanks to little Lila, who seemed to have changed everything in an instant. She gave her hope, faith in life, and a love capable of overcoming any difficulty. Her presence became a balm for a lonely soul, and the friendship with the pugs was vivid proof that a true family is formed not by external traits, but by the heart. As years passed, Lila grew, and her bond with the dogs deepened. She learned new games, developed her skills, and became an essential part of the Carter family's life. Helen no longer felt lonely. Her home was filled with laughter, warmth, and boundless love. Sometimes, sitting by the fireplace in the evening, she pondered how little was needed for true happiness. A small creature that sincerely believes in friendship was enough to bring light back to the darkest corners of her soul. This incredible story of friendship between the otter Lila and the 3 pugs became a symbol of rebirth and hope for many. People who learned of it began to believe that even in life's darkest moments, light can be found if one opens their heart to love and acceptance. Helen's encounter with this little otter not only transformed her life, but also the lives of all who witnessed this magical friendship. If this touching story has touched your heart, share it with friends and family. For as little Lila proved, miracles do happen, and true love can heal the deepest wounds. Stay with us. There are many more amazing stories of rescue, friendship, and the strength